So the other day I told my cousin I was going to do a video. She had inspired me. She had written on Facebook that she felt like giving up, and how well do I know that feeling? Sometimes you do, you feel like just giving up. You want to quit. You feel like quitting is the answer. It's the only option. It's going to make everything so much easier, and I can relate to that. Beyonce sings a song, and in the song it says, I woke up like this, and I literally did wake up like this. Yesterday, I spent the day with my team, and we were working at the church to lay carpet and rebuild the stage, and to then put things back in order because we had service today. And it was hard work. It was hard work. We couldn't always agree. We didn't have everyone we needed. We didn't have everything we needed, but we continued, and we continued, and we continued. And then we had rough spots, and I'd gotten the wrong wood, or I had to go back and get different wood, and it cost more, and everything just seemed to be a little crazy. And there were people who couldn't stay the whole time, but they came and they stayed for as long as they could. They did their part, and then they left. And then, after all was said and done, I began to look around, and I began to compare it to my life. You see, we had to unhook all the sound equipment and all the media equipment. Not like we have a lot, but the part that we have. And we had to know where the wires went. And then we had to put it back. We had to make sure that it worked. And we had to cover it up so that dust wouldn't get in it. And so we had that workstation. We had to, oh my God, let me talk about the stage for just a minute. We had to tear up the stage. Oh my God. One of my partners, I love him. He is incredible, and he wanted me to have a stage, and so he built me a stage. It was a makeshift stage. It was not the prettiest stage. It was not the sturdiest stage, but he built me a stage, and I appreciated the thought. But then I was like, we got to fix this. And so we had to tear it apart, and we had to get down to the foundation, and then we had to pull out some screws, and we had to add some more, and we had to get new wood, and we had to get some things cut off so that it would then have smooth edges. And we're still not through. We still have to paint, but we had to quit last night. And then the front part of the stage, we had decided that we had just enough carpet left over to be able to carpet it. I know we've got some gaps, and I know that, it's still not all the way done, and it's not all the way laid down, but guess what? We are a perfectly imperfect church for perfectly imperfect people, and right now our sanctuary is perfectly imperfect. But we had to then vacuum up all the dust particles and all of the wood chips and put all of the chairs back in position. We had to clean up the dust in the back. We had to get everything together. We had to kind of do just a little bit of decorating, not a lot, but just a little. He got me a new podium, and so had to set that up and put a couple of candles up there just to give it a little pizzazz, But it reminded me of my life. In my life, I found myself having to pull things up, relocate them, having to have that area of your life that's not pretty, it's not carpeted, it's not perfect, but it's yours. It's the stuff that you've stored in your life. Some of it you cover up. See that? Yeah. Some of it you cover up because you don't want people to see it. Other you can't cover up, but you just try to organize it so that it doesn't look so bad. Guess what? That's life. That's life. I'm going to tell you something. The moment you get comfortable with your life, what your life is, what your journey is, what your sanctuary is, and the fact that it's always going to be perfectly imperfect, is the moment that you're freed and you're liberated. So I say to my little cousin, Kendra, and to each of you, it's okay that it's not perfect. It's okay that you don't have all the answers. It's okay that it's not all flowing smoothly. It's not supposed to. But as long as you keep living and keep pressing and keep moving and keep working and keep cleaning up and redesigning and refiguring it, it'll become eventually what it's supposed to be. I look forward to the day when I'll be able to do a video and show you the final product of what it's going to be. But until then, guess we'll just have to be content with being perfectly imperfect. If you want to visit our perfectly imperfect church, if you want to know more about this perfectly imperfect woman, Go to www.drvsplaceonline.com, www.drvsplaceonline.com to check me out, and theactschurchinternational.com to check out the ministry. We're not perfect, but guess what? Neither are you. And if you can love us like we are, we definitely will love you like you are. Have an absolutely blessed and fantabulous day. And remember, it's yours. Enjoy the journey.